Next, we are going to talk about distraction of attention. It is similarly to a distraction or defocusing from a particular task that you are doing. Okay, distraction or disturbance of attention could be of two types, that is external or internal. Okay, so external distractions, like we all know, if there's a sudden sound while you are doing some work, so it is a kind of a external distraction of attention, whereas the internal distraction would be if you are studying and suddenly you are having a stomach ache or a headache, so it is a kind of a internal distraction. So we will read this. Distraction of attention: after focusing on the specific stimulus, attention drifts towards another stimulus due to some external or internal disturbances. This is known as the distraction of attention. Many external factors such as intensity, size, movement, etc. of stimuli may cause distract attention. Again, while doing work, if you have phone with you, so it is a kind of a distraction. Now this is the quote which I liked and I added in this PPT, is that a distraction is not a distraction unless you pay attention to it. So if you pay attention to it, then only it will become a distraction. So if you are studying and if your phone is ringing and if you don't pay attention to it, it won't be a distraction at all. Next, we move on to the division of attention. Now division of attention is important that you understand. So everyone in your own life have done two tasks together. Have you done any two tasks together? So when you have done any two tasks together, it is known as division of attention. Now actually it is not possible that attention can be divided into two halves, but actually attention gets it jumps from one task to another task. Okay, so we will see what division of attention is. We observe people doing two things simultaneously, like reading the newspaper while eating or eating while watching TV. Right? So you have seen or you have done this task together. At least you have done this while having your dinner and watching your TV. Right? Then, in a true sense, individual cannot divide the two tasks simultaneously. In both these given examples, the individual is performing one task mechanically while paying full attention to the other task. So now what is happening over here if you are doing the two tasks together? So what is happening? You are doing one task that is mechanical. So for example, if you take an example of watching TV while having your dinner or having your food. So having the food would be a mechanical task, while as watching a movie would be you're paying a full attention to it. So that is known as division of attention. For example, eating or eating is done mechanically while the person is paying attention fully to other tasks like reading newspaper or watching TV. If the person needs to pay attention to both the tasks simultaneously, then it results into the increase of mistake, decrease in efficiency and confusion. So if you are doing the two tasks and both of the tasks requires the equal amount of attention, then there could be a chances that mistakes could happen. So if you are doing the two tasks properly, then there are chances that you are doing one task mechanically and other task you are doing is a full of attention. Okay, so that is what the division of attention is. So here you can see most of them has the habit of driving a car and talking on the phone. So talking on the phone is the person is paying attention and driving would be a mechanical task. In the first picture you can see a girl eating and doing her work. So again eating would be a mechanical task, and second is where she is putting a lot of attention. So this is the activity 3 you can do after this video. So that is, conduct the following experiment on yourself and find out whether the division of attention is possible or not. So these are the 3 tasks you need to do. We will see what they are. Task 1. Write the alphabets from A to Z without any break for 1 minute. If you read Z, then you start with A to up to Z again. Note your mistakes. So you have to write A to Z for at least 1 minute. That would be your first task. Second is say aloud only the odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on for 1 minute and note your mistake. So you need to count your all the odd numbers like 1, 3, 5, 9, 11, 13, 15. All those you need to keep on counting loudly for 1 minute and you need to note the mistake. Okay, the third task is the most important, which will find out what how you have divided your attention into. So you need to do task 1 and task 2 simultaneously for 1 minute. That is, write the alphabet from A to Z and simultaneously say aloud only the odd numbers and note your mistakes and conclude. So you need to write A to Z for continuous 1 minute. At the same time, you need to say 1, 3, 5, 9, all the odd numbers. So now you will understand. Over here, both of this task requires equal number of attention, right? So now you will understand how the division of attention is taking place. The last is fluctuation of attention. Fluctuation means it keeps on moving. Distraction is disturbance, whereas fluctuation is it keeps on moving. So attention keeps on oscillating like a pendulum of the clock. We cannot pay attention to the single stimulus for a long period of time. Our attention shifts towards other stimulus for a fraction of time and comes back to the original stimulus. So, for example, if you're seeing the video and if you happen to hear a sudden sound, so that was a kind of a fluctuation. So, you pay attention quickly to that sound and then again your attention comes back. So that is known as a fluctuation of attention. The factor like fatigue, low interest, attractiveness of other stimulus, etc., may lead to the fluctuation of attention. So, if you are not paying attention in the class and you feel that outside environment is much more pleasant than the class, then what is happening? You have a low interest in the class, and that is why your attention is fluctuating outside. So that is one of the example of fluctuation of attention. For example, when you pay attention to what your teacher is teaching, your attention temporarily shifts to the friend sitting beside you or to the peon standing in the corridor, and again you pay attention to what your teacher is teaching. Okay, so that is a kind of fluctuation of attention. Most of you have experienced fluctuation of attention, right? So it is simple to understand. So we have seen the division of attention, fluctuation of attention. Then we also saw distraction of attention and span of attention. So we saw the four kinds of attention till now, and I hope you're clear with all the aspects of the attention. Now next we move on to how to concentrate on the studies without getting distracted. Now this is something outside your textbook and I thought of adding it so that it would be beneficial for you as a student, because as a student it is important that you pay attention to all your study things or in the class. So now how are you going to concentrate on the studies without getting distraction? So we'll see quickly the points that you need to apply. There's much kind of a distraction in students' life. Students tend to be multitasking, especially when it comes to studying. Right? You will be multitasking when it comes to study. Do you do that? Like if even you do studies and you watch TV. So that is a kind of a multitasking you are doing while studying. Few other points to avoid the distractions while studying. So these are the quick notes, pointers you can say, so that you can avoid the distraction while studying. Choose a congenial place for you to study. Now you need to choose a place which is distraction free, where the sound which is soundproof, Okay, and that is your permanent place to study. Okay, so if you have a study table at home, or if you have a dining table at home, prefer there for studying rather than studying on the bed, because on bed you sleep. Okay, so it happens that while studying you will feel more sleepy over there. So make a proper place for your studies. You need to focus on the ongoing, so whatever is ongoing you need to focus it on it, and you need to add the priorities to it. So if you know you need to complete this particular chapter today, you need to make it as your priority, come what may. Set goals before you sit to the study. So if you are studying for chapter 3, what you are going to do is you are going to set a kind of a goal. So you are going to mention over there on the paper that you today you are going to cover the 2 topics of studying, and unless you don't complete those 2 topics, you are not going to get up from your study table. So you're setting up the goal. Keep your approach positive. This is much important. So when you're studying, you need to be positive that yes, you can complete whatever your goals are. Not Don't keep 4-5 topics in one day. Keep at least 2 topics. Start from small and start from easier things, and then go to the difficult ones. Keep your mobile phones aside. Now this is most important. I don't know, most of the students do this while studying. For the notes especially, you require a phone to study, so please keep it on a flight mode so that you don't surf on your social media more often while you're studying. Next is avoid multitasking. This is what I said. So don't eat while you're studying. Either you eat or either you study. Okay, and take one step at a time. So this is what I covered earlier while setting up the goal of studying. So you need to set up one goal at a time. So I hope these points help you out, so you avoid your distraction while studying. And if that was helpful, please do let me know. Okay, so thank you so much for paying attention in today's video. So bye, take care, and happy studying.